Another racial abuse in the national capital. An elderly woman from Meghalaya has alleged that she was asked to leave the Delhi Golf Club as she was wearing a traditional Khasi dress. The woman and her employee, in fact, both were invited for lunch at the Delhi Golf Club by a member, but the woman was humiliated. 10 minutes into the lunch, two club employees approached her and asked her to leave. Listen in to what they had to say.
मैनेजर हमको बोला था ऐसे ड्रेस पहन के यहाँ में आने नहीं सकता, अच्छा नहीं लगेगा यहाँ में ऐसे ड्रेस पहन के, तो अलाउ नहीं है यहाँ में आने के लिए, तो आप बाहर निकालो। तो हम लोग बाहर में निकाल गए। तो हमको बहुत खराब लगा, बहुत बुरा लगा, क्योंकि इतना साल कोई ऐसा वाला बोलने वाला नहीं है। खाली ये संडे हमको ऐसा बोला तो हम बहुत खराब लगा अपना को, क्योंकि हम कितना जगह घूम करके आया, कोई बोलने वाला नहीं है। इसे सब आदमी हमारा लिए बोला है अच्छा ड्रेस पहना, अच्छा मैंने खराब नहीं लगा, सब अच्छा बोला है आदमी लोग। लेकिन वो गोल्फ क्लब में गया तो ऐसा बोल दिया हमको, तो हम बहुत खराब लग गया।
She works as my son's governess for the last 10 years, and she's lived with me in London and now Abu Dhabi. And we were there, we were seated at the table, and maybe 10 to 15 minutes into the lunch, we were just about to order food when this gentleman came up, who's supposedly some sort of a manager, and a lady, and without any preamble went up to Thailand and says that she has to leave because she looks like apparently she looks like a maid, and that she was dressed as a maid, and that this was not club's policy. That was horrible enough. And when I intervened and I said, well, how did you just guess? And they pointed at her and said she looks like a Nepali. And then they went on to say that she's dressed inappropriately. I tried explaining to them very politely that, and my hostess also did the same, that A, she's an invited member. She could be any XYZ person. I'm a doctor, you're a media person. Her profession is her profession. And I dare say if she was a white person, they wouldn't have come up and asked her if she was a governess or a maid. But unfortunately, she looks different. She's from the northeast, so she was picked on. And when I explained to them that this was a Jensem, this is a traditional dress, and if saris and salwars can be used, so very well this can be. I also pointed out that I'm from Assam. I could have been sitting there wearing my Meghalaya chadar. I would have been picked on, and that she could be my relative for all they know, or she could even be some sort of a national leader from Meghalaya, because they all dress the same way. Will they have picked on her? No. But they obviously they are a venerated institution who go by their own rules, and I believe they are also above the rules of the nation, because the Constitution guarantees equal rights to every citizens of India. Clearly, Delhi Golf Club management does not think so.